Hi, everybody. Happy Wednesday. It's Beth Demon on behalf of the San Diego Brewers Guild, doing our weekly Instagram Live check-in. If you are a fan of Empire Records, I would also like to wish you a very happy Rex Manning Day. And if you are not a fan of Empire Records, you should probably remedy that pretty quick. So if this is your first time tuning in, every week the Brewers Guild is checking in with a number of San Diego brewers and other local beer people just during COVID-19 to see kind of what they're doing what they're doing to help support the community, how the community can help support them, what we as consumers can do to help kind of get them over this pandemic lull, I suppose you could call it. Currently, I am drinking one of my absolute favorite beers, my Society Harlot Blonde Ale. It happens to be in one of my favorite koozies as well. I don't like to drink out of a can without a koozie because I'm not a savage. But anyway, the koozie from Grand Old Barbecue out in Flint Springs, and I know that they are not part of the guild, but they're a great spot to go get some barbecue and local beer. Another one that's not actually part of the guild is Valley Farm Market. They are a huge supporter of the San Diego beer community, and normally they supply Grand Old Barbecue with their hot links, which are a fave of mine. But they're out in Spring Valley, and you can still go get some meat to grill if you want to do kind of barbecue at home. But they have one of the most insane beer selections of anybody in San Diego. So if you are looking for a new spot to pick up some local San Diego craft beer, I really, really recommend Valley Farm Market out in Spring Valley. Another reason why I recommend them is because on Wednesdays and Saturdays, they are offering meals for laid off workers. So if you are in need of a meal because you are a brewery worker who's been laid off or furloughed or what have you, go to their website, go to their social media and sign up for a meal request form. That's a really great way for the community to be able to give back to you. Another place that is actually offering meals for laid-off hospitality workers is Small Bar in University Heights. So again, if you work at a brewery or worked at a brewery, or you're a beer tender or beer-related business, what have you, and you are in need of a little bit of assistance, please do check out those resources because they are out there, and you can take advantage of how the community is going to be supporting you as well. Speaking of resources, I'm just going to make sure I go through my list here. On a national level, the Brewers Association is putting out a ton of resources for both brewery employees, brewery owners, consumers, everything like that. Statewide, here for California, the CCBA is also putting out a lot of resources. So that's CaliforniaCraftBeer.com if you want to check out what they are aggregating as well. Hi, everybody who's joining in. It's so great to see some familiar faces and some new faces and things like that. But of course, locally for San Diego specifically, the Brewers Guild is going to be the de facto resource for finding out how to help the community and what you in turn can do if you need some help as well. So that's sdbeer.com. Please do check it out. Sign up for the newsletter to, find out the latest of what's happening in San Diego beer. There is an absolute bonanza of resources for employees and owners and everything like that. So sdbeer.com. Be sure to check out the new merch that they have as well to help support the San Diego beer community. Every piece of clothing, they've got tank tops and t-shirts and stuff like that. Every bit of that goes back to the San Diego beer community at large. So I know it's been a little bit of a depressing news day, especially if you are a Bernie supporter. Sorry about that. But the Brewers Association also did put out a pretty grim some statistics about the survival chances for the craft beer scene nationwide and small breweries' ability to kind of make it through the next couple of months. I just really want to encourage everybody watching this that if you have the ability to support local craft beer in any way over the next week, month, 2 months, what have you. I know that a lot of us kind of rushed out to stock up on beer when this thing kind of hit, but to make sure that our efforts keep going and the breweries that are a little bit smaller or don't have the resources of some of the bigger guys, really please do consider going out and supporting them. It doesn't have to be going to the brewery to pick up beer to go if you're not comfortable with that. order some merch, have beer delivered, buy a 6-pack the next time you are at a grocery store. Even shout out on your social media just a couple of your favorites. Go to Yelp, give them a a nice 5-star review or something like that. Every little bit helps, and I know that the community really appreciates everything that we all can collectively do. So anyway, I encourage everybody to consider doing just like a little bit of your part. It doesn't even have to be financial. It could just be on social media, and that's just as great. So anywho, we have a pretty good lineup of people today. We've got a couple breweries. We have a couple Brewers Guild affiliate members and things like that. So we are supposed to start off with Mo from Deft. So let me see if he is on. You are. I'm going to invite you to join my screen if you're ready. Great Belgian stuff over there in Bay Park. And we'll just see if they're ready. And if not, we'll go to the next one. But
yep.
Hey, there you are.
Hi, Beth. How are you?
How's it going?
It's going well.
Yeah.
As well as can be, I guess.
You look healthy. You look like there's some beer near you, so that's sounding pretty good.
There is. There's plenty of good beer right next to me. So.
Definitely. So give me a little intro for those who might not know who you are.
So my name is Mo Nuspel. I am one of the co-founders and CEO, president, whatever you might call me, of Deft, this huge Deft Brewing here. We're located in Bay Park neighborhood, kind of in Central Phoenix. That's where I used to live. Central San Diego. So, we specialize in more traditional European-inspired styles here at Deft. So if you haven't checked us out, please do.
Excellent. I was actually thinking of questions to ask people, and I was like, oh, what collaboration beer would you love to see? And I was like, man, I would love it if Deft and Society teamed up for just a Belgian extravaganza. That to me would be heaven. I'm getting I'm getting back into the Belgian stuff in quarantine, so I don't know if I'm going to lose my taste for hops completely, but I doubt it. But right now I'm kind of off it.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever lose our taste for hops, but yeah, for me, I love a good hoppy beer every once in a while. But I tell you what, I usually crave those nice Belgian beers, a good malty German beer, a nice smooth British beer. Those are kind of what I tend to crave.
Solid. I love it. So are you guys open for to go? Are you doing delivery? Tell me a little bit about your situation right now.
So we are open 7 days a week. We're doing to go cans and growlers. We're only doing fresh growlers, so we're not doing over the bar fills growlers. All 15 styles, and we're rotating styles too. So we've got some new styles that are coming up that we'll be releasing. I guess we can't do any kind of release parties or anything, but we'll still have fun releasing some new beers that haven't been either are brand new to us or haven't been on tap in quite a while.
Okay, so walk us through a few of those beers that we can expect to come up, just to give us an idea of your portfolio.
Yeah, so coming up on Friday, we are releasing our Belgian Quad. It's we've named it DEFCON 4, and it's a delicious beer. It's our first quad. A lot of people know that we have a really nice Belgian single. We have a Belgian double, Belgian triple that's on all the time, except for right now. It will be back in a couple of weeks. And we have some other Belgian styles also, but we've been eager to bring out a quad, and we finally have one coming out on Friday.
Heck yeah. So it sounds like you guys are still brewing. Is it still kind of just normal production schedule? Have you had to scale back or anything like that?
We have scaled back. We put things on pause for a little while, but we're back at it, kind of slowly ramping up again. So, the demand is there, and we want to keep things fresh and everything. So we'll keep brewing and especially when some of our core beers, some of the beers that a lot of our regulars just can't live without. Once we're out of those, we need to get those back on tap. So
Totally. What's one that like you couldn't live without? What's one of your faves?
well, the Belgian triple that I had mentioned, triple tripel, however you want to call it, potato.
Depends on how fancy you're feeling that day.
That's right. That's actually one of my favorite beers. That's off tap right now. It's not on right now, but it'll be back in a couple of weeks. Our Double Def Secret is our Shtick Alt beer, which a lot of people tend to like that beer. That is also one of my favorites, currently off, not on the menu right now, but it'll be back. We'll be rebrewing that here soon, too. So those are a couple of my favorites, yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, I was supposed to do a collaboration with Home Brewing Company, which of course is off the table, and an alt beer was in my like top 3 picks of styles. Yeah. So I'm
that's definitely a fun style, and then once you get into the Shticke and Doppelshticke range, then it becomes really fun. Nice and loaded up.
Well, I encourage everybody who's not familiar with those terms to get into it and stop by Deft to try it for yourself when you get the chance. Well, where can people find you on social media to keep up with everything Deft?
Okay, so we are on Instagram and Facebook at Deft Brewing. You can find us. Our website is www.deftbrewing.com. And yeah, if you go to our website, you can get on our email list, which I send out a newsletter about once a week or so, and gives all the information about upcoming events. Or we're excited about. We've got 2 new partners next door. One being Lost Cause Meadery is going to be moving in. Well, actually, they have moved in. Unfortunately, their grand opening has been delayed, but as soon as all this gets lifted, we're excited to join them on their grand opening. And then we also have Cucina Caprese, a wood-fired pizza kitchen that is setting up in our patio, in the back of our patio. We have a shared patio with Lost Cause, and there will be wood-fired fare served 6 days a week there also once all this settles down. So
not bad neighbors to have by any means.
For sure, yeah. We're excited.
Very cool. Well, thanks for checking in with us. Good luck, and I might be coming by for that quad because that is sounding real solid right now.
Yes, it is. It's delicious, yeah.
All right. Well, good luck.
You can come down.
Healthy.
Okay, thank you. You too. Bye. Thanks, Beth. Bye.
All right, that was Deft. That was a good reminder. I feel like I've been meaning to hit up that spot a lot lately, and this is a perfect excuse to do so. So next up, we're going to keep on rolling. We're actually going to have an extra person, one more than we usually do during these. We are going to check in with one of the absolute best beer bars in San Diego, and one of my personal favorites, O'Brien's. So let me add them on here. And I'm drinking a Society Harlot. I said that at the beginning, but what?
Oh,
are we at O'Brien's?
Flip it around. There we go.
What's up?
What's up? How are you guys? How you doing, Beth?
Everybody's doing okay so far. You know.
Right? Making the best of this, that's for sure. Trying to make it work.
So, man, I haven't gotten any masks yet. I have like a really janky like T-shirt I wrapped around my face, but you're solid. You're legit.
We are prepped up. And we got some good stuff. So, yeah, we actually had one of our customers, Lisa Snyder, just start making this for families. And I said, dude, can you make a couple for our employees? So both O'Brien's and West Coast Smoke and Tap, we're sporting these fashionable things.
Hell yeah.
Some of them have some kid print and, Minions and Marvel characters and stuff like that. So we'll see each other and smile immediately, which brightens the day a bit,
Very cool. Very cool. So I'm sure a lot of people tuning in know who you are, but let's do a quick intro for those who might not.
Yeah. Tyson Blake, O'Brien's Pub, West Coast Smoke and Tap House. We're in O'Brien's right now. Say what's up to everybody.
What's up, everybody?
And we have our draft going right now. Our little to-go window is set up. Luckily, we actually had a sliding window, so we were able to get that going. So that's helped us out a lot. I don't know if the sun just washed that out or not. But yeah, let's go window. I'll give you guys a quick little tour, kind of how the how it's going down right now.
For sure.
But yeah, most people, if you've been to the pub, you know the patio because it's one of the best places to kick it. And this is kind of what
Hell
it looks
yeah.
like right now. So special board, we have a little courtesy hand washing station for folks.
Nice.
Some reminders of being safe and following rules, our tap list, and then an in and an out area to the to-go window. So
Okay. So as far as your
making
tap list goes, how are you doing beer to go? Like growler
100%.
fills?
Beer to go is literally what's going to save both of our businesses.
Nice.
So it's incredible what the efforts behind the restriction lifting of our ABC licenses. So that's huge. We've always been able to sell cans and bottles to go. That's part of our license. We have an off-premise license, but the growler fills and being able to fill sealed jars has been huge for us, and making a lot of people happy, including us here. So.
Oh yeah.
Good.
Well, and I mean, I'm sure you're pretty much one of the few places that it still has like beer on draft, just in terms of like a way of doing that. So, and I know how many taps do you guys have? You've got a
We have
boatload.
28, but we're whittling that down to probably more like
Yeah.
14 or 15 is what we're looking to do to make sure the beer stays fresh.
The creme de
Something
la
that
creme, huh?
Yeah, well, you know, and trying to support the same way we always have here at O'Brien's and at West Coast. So we're starting actually a program just this week, trying to support local San Diego breweries and help them get through draft beer and be able to make more beer so that they can keep filling kegs. So we're doing $15 growler fills for particular breweries each week. So right now, $15 growler, 64 ounces for $15. Nickel banner grade, freshly done batch of a Mosaic hopped IPA, 7%. And then we just pulled in, Giggles just dropped off a keg of his Mosaic hopped hazy.
From Original 40.
Yeah, from Original 40. You got
Cool.
it. That'll be on tap starting tomorrow, also $15. And we're going to be probably featuring 2 breweries a week until
Whenever
this thing blows by, and then continue the support as always that we've done the past 25 years. Yeah.
New
So trying to make
growlers
that go.
only?
Say
New
again?
growlers only, or are you filling ones that people bring in?
Oh yeah, we have our isopropyl alcohol that we spray before we grab it from people, fill it, and then one last spray before we give it to people. Make sure it's sanitized. And then we also have growlers available for purchase here, just $5 for the glass, obviously.
Nice.
And then we also have, tried to make everything work and brought in mason jars, 16 and 32 ounce mason jars. So another way to make it happen.
Whatever works.
Yep. And then we've tried to be creative, and I've done beer dinners here for the past decade plus, and we just had the idea of trying to create some kind of to-go beer dinner. So we're on our third 3-course to-go beer dinner coming up this Saturday.
Sweet.
Pretty cool. So you get they're 2-person dinners, so 3 courses for 2 people. And you get a can of beer or a bottle of beer to split. So it's like a 6 to 8 ounce pairing for each course. And we've sold out each week, which has been awesome. I think people are really digging it. We started a YouTube channel, O'Brien's Pub SD, that I'm kind of cooking and prepping the food, showing you how to either reheat it, do some chopping, giving people recipes, and the ideas kind of behind our pairings on the YouTube channel. And that's been a lot of fun. Like, for me, that's an outlet. Like, I love to cook. I love to make pairings happen. They're one of the reasons, I don't know, like, for me, just being able to put beer dinners together, either brew a batch of beer with a brewer, create stories, tell those stories at the dinner, and have that kind of camaraderie and togetherness is one of the reasons we do this,
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
it's nice to have the opportunity to continue that and bring that into people's homes, and people are responding well. So really appreciate all the support out there. It's been huge. I love seeing the stories on Instagram of people hitting up their favorite breweries and favorite restaurants, and making sure that they're protecting themselves, of course, but also in great support, and it's incredible.
100%. Yeah, we're lucky here in San Diego to have such a great community. So we really appreciate you keeping up your support with all the San Diego breweries and keeping things going and keeping the community alive.
100%. Glad to contribute. Appreciate all this support from you guys and everything you're doing, Beth.
For sure, for sure. Well, hopefully we'll see you sooner rather than later, and good luck with everything. Stay safe, stay healthy.
All right. Cheers, you guys.
Cheers.
Bye.
All right, that was O'Brien's over on Convoy. So they are, like I said, an affiliate guild member and keeping everything going with their support of San Diego beer, which is awesome, and we love to see it. So rolling right on, I think we've got. I know that we were supposed to have Home Brewing Company logging on, and I know that they were having a little bit of a scheduling issue, so we might need to bump them to another time because I actually don't see them on here, but that's okay. We've got plenty more to go with, so I'm just going to put Creative Creature on right now, and we will keep things rolling. Creative Creature, where are you? I think I added you. Maybe I didn't. Oh, I didn't. That was my bad. Here you go. Oh, it says you're unable to join. Uh-oh. Let's try again. Let's try again. Maybe if Creative Creature cancels their request and then tries again? I'm not sure why it's not letting me add you right now. We might need to have you log off the live stream and then log back on. Maybe that'll help. Technical difficulties. Oh wait, now it says I'm waiting for you. I think it's gonna work. We're gonna get on with Creative Creature right now on El Cajon. Cheers. Cheers to East County. What's up?
Here we go. I don't know. It's technical difficulty. Sorry about that.
Oh, please. I don't know if you tuned into the first one, but I think I started 25 minutes late because I couldn't figure it out. So no judgment from me.
Yeah, this is awesome. Thanks for having us on first time.
Of course, of course. Let's do a little intro for those who might not know you.
Well, I got to turn you up. I can't really hear it for some reason.
I was just saying, give us an intro.
Can you repeat that?
Who are you? Just introduce yourself to everybody.
Hey, I'm Derek Carnation with Creative Creature Brewing, and I can't hear anything you're saying right now.
Okay. Cool.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Operator error. Yeah, I know. Thanks, Gigs.
Yeah, well, thank you for your help. Do you want me to try to log you off, log you back on?
I could sort of hear it. It's just not the loudest.
Well,
but,
why don't you just
go
tell
for
us
it.
like, kind of what you're doing? What, like, beer to go, beer delivery?
Oh, perfect.
Like, tell us. Yeah.
My wife hooked me up. Now I can hear you. It's just not.
You can hear us? Okay, great.
It's just a little delayed.
Well, why don't you just tell us like, kind of what you're doing?
So what we're doing right now is we got a bunch of different can releases and mostly beer to go. We are also offering growler fills through the brewery. So we're just staying busy trying to make beer for the most part. We dabbled in the hand sanitizer game, but just didn't really seem like we could get the resources we needed to make it work for where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
So for now, we're just cranking out beer.
Okay, so you guys are still like producing beer fairly normally to package and just do to go? Are you doing growlers or just package stuff?
Yeah, mostly online sales and then curbside pickup. And then we're doing Wednesday through Saturday. We're filling growlers, so they're $14 and $7 for most, and then $5 and $10 depending if they're lagers and nails.
Okay, walk us through a little bit of your portfolio. Like, what kind of beers do you guys have that people could come get?
Sorry, say it one more time.
So, like, what kind of beers do you have available for people?
So we got our Raspberry Goza, the Smackers, what I'm drinking right now. It's a very tasty beer. And then we also have a Strasberry versus Lemon, which is another fruited sour that we do, along with a Shreddy Hazy Double IPA. We have the Chits and Giggles that we did with a Gigs right there from OG40. And then we're actually just today released a 15 brewery collab. It was actually 19 brewers in all collab that we did. Let's see, it was Abnormal. We have Artifacts, Black Plague, Border Psychos, Bobby Oliver, Doug, Palmville. We got Mission Brewery, Hodads. Who else is there? Don't want to miss anyone. South Norte, Skagit Valley, Nickel, and 3 Punk Ales. Oh, and
Nice.
I think I said South Norte. Yeah, so it's a triple IPA called High Food Reunion. was a lot of fun. It's 11% West Coast triple that just got released today, actually.
Nice,
So that's
nice.
available online and then also at the brewery.
And you guys are behind Urban, or I guess what was it? Urban? I don't know.
We're attached, yeah, same building.
Okay. Okay, cool. So just in terms of like when all this is lifted, like where's the first place that you want to go after we can go places?
When this is all over,
Yeah.
probably to go see Tyson and get some of that birthday bacon.
Hell yeah. That's a solid answer. I think that's gosh, I don't know if I can pick one place, but that's a good one. But that's cool. So, where can people find out what you guys are doing over there at Creative Creature, like some of your social media handles and stuff like that?
Yeah, so Instagram is usually the driver, Creative Creature Brewing. And then I would also check on, we have Twitter. It's also at Creative Creature Brewing as well as Facebook. And then online is another good way. It's creativecreaturebrewing.squarespace.com, and you can order off of there as well. So we offer free shipping, anything over $40 in San Diego. We're doing North County usually 2 to 3 days a week, and then South Bay 2 to 3 days a week, and then anything local, really close to the brewery, gets same day.
Okay, that sounds good. So, I mean, it sounds like you guys are kind of rolling with the punches, doing the best you can right now, like still keeping
You have to. I mean, we had to cut beer prices a lot just to stay competitive, but you're doing what you can to survive at this point.
Definitely for sure. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, and good luck with everything. I'm out in these counties too, so I'm like, maybe I'll stop by like tomorrow. That sounds good.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to get you some beer soon.
Hell yeah, sounds good. All right, well, stay healthy and everything like that during these crazy times.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having us on.
All right, have a good one.
You too. Bye.
All right. I feel like I should get Chris on here just because everybody's giving all these giggle shout outs, but I'll check. Actually, why not? Let's do it. Chris, I'm going to add you on here. So hopefully you're, wearing a shirt and everything. But I want to hear what Original 40 is doing since Homebrewer didn't log on, even though I'm interested in what they're doing too. But I think it's time. And then after this, we've still got one more person lined up, Alex from Craft Sourcing Collective. So let's see if Chris, I refuse to call you Giggles. I'm not going to do that. We'll see if he'll log on. You declined, wimp. You are such a wimp. I was hoping to see what was going on at Original 40, but I guess not today. Well, let's see if Craft Sourcing Collective will go on with us right now. I know it's a little bit earlier than we said it was going to be, but I see that you're on here, so we're going to give it a whirl. Hey!
How's it going?
It's going good. How's it going over there?
It's going. I can tell you that we just got Chris some crowlers that he hopefully is filling with some good stuff. So that's all I can tell you about Original 40.
Fair enough.
That's all I got.
Knowing that they have crowlers is half the battle, because I know that they're like hotter than.
Oh my gosh, it's been insane. It's been absolutely nuts trying to find crowlers for everybody. So we've got a shipment coming in at the end of the month that is already all spoken for, and I'm just spending a lot of my time trying to find more.
Oh, I'm sure. So quick backtrack, you do an intro for those who might not know you.
Yeah, so I'm Alex. I'm with Craft Sourcing Collective. If you haven't heard of us, we're the group purchasing organization for the industry. We've got 130 members, most of them San Diego breweries. So I know a lot of you. And really what we do is exactly what it sounds like. We group the industry together, go out to suppliers that we have pre-vetted or have experience with, and go out and negotiate discounts, some special services, different things that we're able to offer because of aggregating the spend and using those economies of scale. Our CEO, the guy that started this, is, if you worked at Stone in the early 2010s, you probably know a guy named Robert Reyes. He's our CEO and kind of the mastermind behind this whole thing. And I just get to run around and drink beer and hang out with all you guys.
Nice. So how have you guys had to kind of shift operations due to the pandemic?
It's really been mostly a shift of needs. So we kind of follow the industry depending on what the needs are anyway. So since it's been all a shift to packaged beer, it's been finding packaging. Crowlers being the main thing, but we still have our can supplier is going nuts too. They've got more orders than they can handle, but luckily, because of the relationship we have, because of the amount of business that we drive towards them, they've been able to move some of our members up to the front of the line. So we're really stoked about that. That's how we're able to get some crowlers. And then also on hand sanitizer packaging. So a lot of people are shifting to that, specifically the distillers. We work with distilleries too and winemakers. We've seen a lot of them shifting to hand sanitizer, and finding that packaging has been a fun challenge too. So that's been what a lot of the time has been. And one cool thing that we've been able to do just to try to support through this time is we're offering membership for free for the rest of 2020. So any breweries that really need to source anything or are having any challenges, our team's got relationships with a number of different suppliers. We can help just however we can. Just want to put ourselves out there to support the industry during this time. So anything sourcing, we're buying beer just from any of our members that are doing delivery and sales, trying to support them. We put together a little fund with our suppliers, and we've spent like almost $1,000 so far just supporting San Diego breweries and just, delivering beer to another supplier, delivering beer to a friend. We know that revenue is key right now. We're trying to help drive that towards our members. And then we understand a lot of people are losing income, and tasting room employees, brewers. We've put together a list of just some kind of odd jobs, just contract work. It's nothing big, but if I can offer somebody an hour of work and pay them $50 and that helps them pay their cell phone bill or whatever, we're totally game for that. And we're trying to just figure out creative ways to help, because we know that this is, listening to you and talking to the rest of the community here, we just want to figure out how to support.
Nice. Are you guys are you based in San Diego?
We are. So our partner company is called Biocom. They're the group purchasing organization for the biotech industry.
Mm-hmm.
Their office is in Torrey Pines. Like, if you know where Farmer and the Seahorse is, that restaurant, the Malarkey restaurant, it's in the same building there. So we actually share an office with them there.
Okay.
So you can find me either there or in one of the breweries around town usually.
Fair enough. Well, that's nice and central for, getting up north, getting down south, getting out east.
Exactly.
Like, you're pretty much in the smack dab middle of it all.
Not far from Torrey Pines Golf Course, though, either, if anybody wants to get out there when this is done. That's high on my list.
That's a Bobby Oliver. That's what he'll hit you up.
I've beat Bobby enough times. I need some new competition.
Fresh meat?
Yeah. Like to take Troy Smith down.
Oh, well. Good luck with that. It's not going to be me. So, am I drinking alone, or have you got something there with you?
Yeah, no, I've got a beer here, a little brewery you may have heard of called Coronado, one of our great members. Salty Crew, if you've heard of them.
Right. Well, yeah.
My buddy James, the new CEO over there, we're stoked for James. We think that they're going to do a lot of big things with him at the helm.
Fingers crossed. Well, we're hoping to get them on here in the next week or two to check out what Coronado is doing. But it sort of seems like, the first couple of weeks, everything was super crazy. Like, everybody was just doing whatever they could, throwing spaghetti at the wall, seeing what sticks. And now it sort of seems like things have a little bit leveled out, and people have gotten into their groove of just basically needing packaging supplies and stuff like that, and still, brewing on a skeleton crew and things like that. So, fingers crossed we can kind of bump stuff up again in the future. But it seems like this is the new normal for now. I haven't had any crazy surprises in the last day or two. Yeah,
and something really cool that a lot of our suppliers across the board are doing. Just this industry is so tight. Our suppliers are great. Our members are great. They're cutting prices themselves. They understand what brewers are having. I just heard Derek talking about having to cut prices. Suppliers are doing the same thing. They want to support. They want to help out. So keep an eye out for that. And if your suppliers aren't doing it, it's worth a question. It's just let them know what you're going through. And most of them are reasonable, good people that want to help out, and we'll try to help you through this.
Totally. So where can people find you on social media and info?
We are at Craft Sourcing. My lovely fiance actually does all of our social media. She's much better at it than me. She helped me get set up here to do this. So you can follow us there. Really, most of what we do on there is just shout out our members, try to drive traffic towards their pages. We'll highlight suppliers every once in a while. We're down for anything. So if anybody wants to get a message out, we can help support that and push it out through there. But yeah, that's our main channel, I would say, is our at Craft Sourcing on Instagram.
Okay, very cool. Well, we certainly appreciate everything that you're doing for San Diego Beer, and I hope to see you again IRL, sooner rather than later.
Can't wait. Society, I'll play it. Second Chance or Society. Those are my top two that I usually go to.
Two solid choices. So great to
Not
see you,
bad.
and glad to see you guys are doing okay.
Thanks. You too. Thanks for having me on.
For sure. Have a good one.
Bye.
Right. All right. Well, I'm gonna try one more time to see if Homebrewer is on. And if not, we might have a little bit of we'll see if we can get a dark horse on there. But yeah, I mean, free membership, that sounds like pretty solid for such uncertain times. But I'm gonna see if Mitch wants to come on because he's tuned in every single week, and I super appreciate that. And it would be very apropos with the society beer. So hey, I was like, it was only a matter of time before you got on here.
Come on, seriously.
You were ready. You have a shirt on this time.
I do indeed, yeah. Even though I just got done with a workout, decided I'd keep it classy and keep the shirt on this time.
Yeah, I did a workout too. It was,
Well,
that.
Come on, you're not alone.
So quick intro. Who are you? Where are you from? What do you do?
My name is Mitch Tastrom, and I am an assistant brewer at Society Brewing Company.
So you guys are still keeping things rolling over there.
Keeping things rolling. Yeah, not yours truly at the moment. It's all Mr. Teddy Gowan right now.
Just,
our director.
So really a skeleton crew.
Yeah, it's a skeleton crew.
Yeah.
But we collectively are keeping the beer rolling out. Luckily, we had plenty of beer in tank when this whole thing hit. So Ted, as the skeleton crew, plus a few others, Mike from sales, or he's actually our director of operations now, and some other awesome people have been jumping in on the canning line. Canning is we've canned Coachman, and recently our Agreeable Folk, new IPA that we put out.
It's a very sick-looking can.
Thank you. I wish I had something to do with it, but just making the beer.
That's something. That's something for sure.
I guess so. But
that's
yeah,
cool.
definitely keeping the beer rolling.
So what have you been drinking during this, wild days?
I've been drinking a lot of Coachman.
That is not depressing.
It's horrible. Yeah, it's actually what I'm drinking right now. Slumming it with a nice Burning Beard glass. Thanks, Burning Beard, for hooking this up at their anniversary last year, actually.
Nice.
This glass has kind of been saving me lately. I put every beer and coffee in this glass that I can think of. But yeah, a lot of Coachman. We've had a lot of cans at our disposal. So definitely hitting that Coachman pretty hard.
Nice. I opened my crowler of Pugilist last night. I was feeling weird when I was ordering my crowlers, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll get a dry Irish stout, like thinking maybe I would have it for St. Patrick's Day, and then I just didn't. I've been sitting on it, and I was like, damn, this is such a solid beer. Like, I've really been rediscovering my, yeast forward and malt forward beers during this quarantine. Like, everything that I have left, all my, dregs are all my double IPAs, all my just regular IPAs. They're like my last choice right now. Except for, the Harlot, that's kind of balanced, though.
It's almost like studying for the BJCP exam, right?
So that is how Mitch and I know each other. We did do the BJCP study group at AleSmith last year. It seems like a lifetime ago. I just, so much has happened since then.
Indeed.
But anyway, well, how are you holding up during COVID-19?
I'm doing really well. Kind of nice to stop to smell the roses a little bit and reconnect with some things that I haven't been able to do just with life getting in the way and whatnot. For one thing, I'm playing a lot of music, which is one of my biggest passions, along with brewing and just kind of learning about beer. Doing some hiking here and there, not so much anymore now that, it's not really possible. But another thing is home brewing a little bit. You can see I've got a little fermenter going on right there right now, which
there we go.
Yeah, so that'll turn into a hoppy, funky sour that I added some Simcoe, Columbus, and Mosaic Cryo hops to.
Nice.
As well as Kveik yeast, Brett, and just doing some lactobacillus.
Just to be weird. Just to be fun.
It's homebrew. Anything goes.
Yeah, well, as a very failed home brewer, I can assure you that there is a limit to how much rosemary you can put in a saison. Let's
I
just leave it at
disagree.
that. And it's probably close to zero.
I've done a few rosemary beers, pale ales actually. And it's funny. The first one I did was way too intense, so definitely tongue in
Yeah.
cheek when I said I disagreed. But it was a lot of rosemary in the first one, and then I harvested the yeast from that first rosemary pale, and I made another pale ale with that yeast, just the yeast from the rosemary beer.
Mm-hmm.
Turned the second beer into a rosemary beer, just from the yeast, because it was just
Gross.
the rosemary was like stuck in the yeast, all the oils. So yeah, a little rosemary goes a long way if you're going to use that in a
Yeah.
beer. Yeah, home brewers or creative brewers out there.
Well, I will leave the brewing to the professionals like you, but I'm glad that we were able to check in with you, and hopefully we'll see you at Society really soon one of these days.
I believe you will.
Good, good. That sounds great. Well, stay healthy and enjoy your burning beard stein of
Thanks,
everything.
Beth. Good to talk to you. Stay healthy, everyone out there, and I hope to see everyone soon in real life for sure.
That would be very good. All right. Take care.
Cheers.
All right. Cool. Well, if home brewing isn't on here, which it looks like they're not, then I think we are probably going to tune out a little bit earlier than usual. But before we go, I just want to, again, encourage everybody to go to sdbeer.com. It's the San Diego Brewers Guild website, and they have aggregated a humongous list of resources for brewery employees, brewery owners, consumers. It's just a great way to find information about how to support the local San Diego beer community. You can order some merch. You can sign up for their newsletter. You can hear about the latest developments just in terms of, having beer to go, beer deliveries, the rules that have been relaxed, the rules that have been changed, and just everything going on in San Diego beer in general. So thank you so much for tuning in. I am Beth Demon, again, on behalf of the San Diego Brewers Guild. You can find me on Instagram at The Delighted Bite if you are so inclined. And if not, we will see you here next week, every Wednesday at 3 o'clock. So thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Have a good one. Stay safe and keep drinking San Diego beer.